Welcome to Smalltalk Daily for Thursday, December 17th, 2009. This morning I wanted to go through debugging in Web Velocity because it's kind of a cool thing. In a typical Smalltalk application, you're all familiar with the debugger where you can do interactive live debugging and send the patient along his way. You're doing surgery instead of forensic pathology. Well, it's the same kind of thing in Seaside and Web Velocity. However, in Seaside, when you get an exception, you get that debugger notification, but it's kind of hiding behind the browser window and you have to switch between the browser window and the debugger. It's very productive, but it's still a little bit of a context switch. Let me show you how that works here in Web Velocity. First, let's just show you what this application is. It's a simple Hello World one. And what we're going to do is we're going to break it with syntactically correct Smalltalk by trying to concatenate a number to a string. And that's syntactically correct, so this compiles. But when we go here to browse Hello World, it's going to break. Now, you get this if you've ever done Seaside development, you've seen this. What you haven't seen is this. Hit debug. And instead of going out to a separate window and having to find that separate window, well, here you're right in the browser, so I can go down to render content on. Just like the Smalltalk debugger, it's putting down here a highlight to show you that that's where the problem is, so I can start getting rid of the problem and maybe putting in syntactically correct code and actually correct code, so I can concatenate the one to it. And then you notice it's going to tell me this is where we're going to try to execute. And since I'm in Smalltalk, I can fix and continue. And the page goes and renders and puts that one up there just like I asked it to. Not terribly intelligent behavior, but it's doing what I asked it. So that's the difference between debugging a standard web application and debugging a Web Velocity application. And even over debugging a Seaside application, your context view stays in one place. You're in the browser, you stay in the browser, no flipping between things. However, if you have a desire to flip out to a standard Smalltalk debugger for any reason, you can do that too. You bring the console window over, go to your settings under System, and you notice that one of the options down here under Debugger is Debugger Type. Right now we're using a Seaside Web Debugger. You can go back to the classic GUI if that's what you prefer. Typically I don't, but if for some reason you wanted to, you can switch it back. So you have the full flexibility of the Smalltalk environment, and you have the full power of keeping your view in one place. So that's about it for today. Until next time, have fun with Smalltalk.